operating account. Thank you. Is there any other principal officer? That's all? On the back road, anyone? Yes. Oh, yes, please go ahead. You have a microphone there? Yes. Okay, yes, please.
Honorable Chairman, Honorable Vice Chairman, and other members of the committee. My name is Habibo Ali Habibo, Director of Research and Statistics. Good afternoon, Chairman, Deputy Chairman, other members of the
Public Accounts Committee. My name is Olusegun Omotola. I'm the Director of Legal Services, BPP. The Chairman, Deputy Chairman, and other members of the Committee on Public Accounts. My name is Abubakar Sadiu, Assistant Director, Energy Infrastructure Department, BPP. Thank you.
Energy, you have a lot of energy. Your own voice is the clearest.
Mr. Chairman, sir, and other honorable members of this great committee. My name is Janet McDixon, Deputy Director of Information and Public Relations, and the Head of Media in the Bureau of Public Procurement. Thank you, sir.
Mr. Chairman, sir, Deputy Chairman, and other members of the Public Account Committee, House of Reps, I am Joel Adeoye Christopher, Deputy Director, Administration, BPP.
Okay, thank you very much. Director General, you will be on oath. And if there's any other one, any other person you think you may need to invite to say one thing or the other in the course of this hearing, the person can also take the oath along with you. We have the two holy books with us, or you can do that simply by affirmation. Whichever one you choose is fine. Affirmation. Yes, please. If there's anyone in your principal officer who you think may have one thing or the other to also say in the course of the hearing, they are also obliged to do the same, please.
Affirm that the evidence I shall give before the committee and all the documents I will present before the committee shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing else. All right?
And we have a submission here from your office. I think you have a summary sheet, which is a two-page sheet. I initially thought it was a letter, but I saw protocol on top of it. So I think this one is not a letter. You may need to just give us a summary of your presentation before this committee, and then we'll engage you through a question and answer session. So the floor is yours now, please, to give us a summary of your submission.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. We thank you, Mr. Chairman, Deputy Chairman, and honorable members of the House of Representative Public
Secretariat
Committee.
Secretariat, please help the DG to centralize the mic. It works better when it's central. Okay, fantastic.
We thank you, the Chairman, the Deputy Chairman, and honorable members of the House of Representatives, Public Accounts Committee, for the invitation to appear before you in respect of your investigation on revenue leakages through Remita platform and non-substantial compliance with the standard operating procedure and other allied service level agreements 2023. I wish to humbly submit that the Bureau is a regulatory agency that regulates procurement in Nigeria and is not a high revenue generating agency. The summary of internally generated revenue received and sources for the years 2015 to 2023 is as shown in the table below. The sum so received was paid into the single treasury account in line with federal government directives. No expenditure was incurred from the internally generated revenue by the Bureau, as the Bureau is fully funded by government. The evidences of remittance.
DG, the year-by-year summary that you have on that first page is what may be most of interest to us.
Yes.
You have a year-by-year analysis. Can you just run through them, please?
I thought we'll just look at them and see them. Okay, in 2015, the amount generated was 388,620 naira, 90 kobo, and the same amount was remitted. In 2016, the amount generated was 1,733,289 naira, and the same amount was remitted. In 2017, 3,030,000 naira was generated, and it was remitted in full. In 2018, 11,169,143 naira, 85 kobo was generated, and that too was fully remitted. In 2019, 33,000 naira was generated and was also remitted. In 2020, nothing was generated and therefore nothing was remitted. In 2021, 7,228,799 naira was generated and the whole amount was remitted, giving a total between 2015 and 2022 as 23,582,852 naira 75 kobo generated, and the same amount was remitted into the single treasury account.
All right, because of time, I know we have spent a lot of time. Let's just go into the question and answer session so that we don't keep you here for too long. What are the sources of these
Accounts?
of these funds that you generated and remitted? What are the various sources?
Okay, sir. There are sales of unserviceable items.
Huh?
Unserviceable items.
Sale of unserviceable items.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yeah.
That's the only source
Yes.
of income that you have.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so in each of those years, you had the sale of unserviceable items. All right. What is the procedure for the sale of these items?
Normally, we obtain approval from Office of the Federal Ministry of Housing and Urban Development. They will come to the office to value the asset and give a reserve price. Then after which we auction it to the highest bidder.
Okay. Before members ask other questions, if you look at the table displayed on our board here, we have a submission by Remita, which is the platform through which these monies are paid into the account of federal government. And Remita, you claim that your total money generated and remitted was 23.582, but Remita submitted a sum of 26,953,350 naira and 83 kobo to us as monies generated, and they also had a year-by-year breakdown of what makes up that sum. What comment do you have on that?
So normally, we've not been using Remita as our payment platform. We use GiveMe's. Just of recent, I think sometime last year that we opened a Remita account, and we have not used it for any revenue.
I don't understand that. How does a payer use GiveMe's to pay for a service that you render?
There's a code, sales of goods, that they pay the money to through GiveMe's platform. Okay,
so from 2015, you didn't use Remita.
We have not been using.
Which year did you start using Remita?
It's also last year that we enrolled in. Last year that we enrolled in a Remita platform.
2023.
2023.
Okay, but are you aware of the federal government circular that mandated all agencies of government to use Remita as the payment gateway for all monies coming to government accounts?
Yes, I see the same thing with the GiveMe's.
It's not the same thing.
GiveMe's platform. If you are a revenue generating agency, you use a Remita sum. You won't use Remita to make a payment. Why non-revenue generating agency? We open the GiveMe's account for every one of us.
That's a little bit strange. Do you have that circular that exempts you or gives you the discretion of not using Remita from 2015 for the TSA account?
No, sir, we don't have that.
So how did you arrive at that position that if you are not a revenue generating, you may not use Remita, you may use a GiveMe's platform?
The thing will just be dormant. I said the account will just be dormant.
No, you don't get my point. When the TSA was fully operational, there was a circular that mandates all government agencies to use the Remita. I'm asking why it was only last year that you started using Remita. That's the clarification that we needed to get first.
Okay, sir. Like I said because we will not be generating any revenue, and we don't have any need for it. Yeah.
Sorry, please. Yeah.
Sir, because we are not be generating revenue. That was just it, sir.
So why did you switch to Remita last year?
We switched to Remita last year because there was a payment we are expecting from the office of the Accountant General. They said we should open Remita account so that they can move the money to that account for us. That was why we had a Remita account last year.
Well, the circular we have that mandates all agencies to use Remita from 2015 does not indicate any exemption of any agency from using the Remita to, even if it is 1 naira. If it is 1 naira, in 2015 you said you have 388,000 naira, 2021, even if it is 1 naira, the expectation is that by virtue of the content of that circular from the Office of the Accountant General of the Federation, all those payments were to come in to your TSA account using the Remita platform. That was what the circular states. And they did not give any particular exemption unless you have a letter that exempts you and puts you on a different platform for operating the TSA. If you have that, you may please oblige us. You said what?
I think there was no letter in respect of that, sir.
Okay, so it was your own discretion. All right, so we note that. Let's go ahead. Yes, Honorable Vacuum, please.
Mr. Chairman, respected colleagues, I think as a rider to that, BPP has given us 23 million from 2015 to date. And he has told us now that they don't use Remita. Where did these figures? Remita said they collected 26 million for you. You have said you collected through Remita 23 million. From 2016, the highest was 2018, 11,169,143.85. Where did these monies come from? How did they go into Remita? And how did you also assess this report that you've given to us? Because you said it was 2023 that you got into it. That is one. Can you please write so that we'll be able to ask and not ask again, except my chairman gives The second one is on this report that we have. You have also told us now that most of the revenues that you generated were generated only for when you boarded both vehicles and computers and things. I have looked through the reports that I have here. There is no report from either the Ministry of Works or anywhere here that certifies you to sell the vehicles. You have also not given us the year of purchase and things. It is not here in your document. So if you have that, maybe you'll be able to furnish us those ones. Thank you.
Yes, Deputy Chairman.
DG, please tell us when you joined TSA. Want to know when you joined TSA. That's one. Then on page 51 of your document, at 27, refund of overpayment, and 30, parts refund of overpayment. We need more explanation to these figures. Then lastly, in your financial statements, publish financial statements, no authorized signatures, no FRC numbers. Why is this so? And why is Shegun Awosanya, the famous auditor, why? That audited your account.
Yes, Sir Bafam, sir. You're noting the questions so that you can take them as a batch. Just wait, please. One more, and then you can answer. DG, how long have you been DG of the Bureau?
2016.
You've been DG since 2016?
Yes.
Okay. Yes, please.
Mr. Chair,
Your microphone, please.
Chair, my colleagues, looking at the financial statement and looking at the management reports, if you go to page 3, okay, so page 5.
Page 5?
That is under 20, which one? Okay, page 158.
158. 58. All right.
It was observed that cash was advanced in excess of 200,000, which is contradiction of circular dated 12/8/2015. The circular emphasizes that all procurement of stores and services costing above 200 be made through out of contract. That is contravention of a section of the. And secondly, if you go to page 159, the resolution of the Bureau's non-current asset has been carried out and recommended evaluation.
Which page are you again now?
159, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, the discrepancy in history of cost and of assets revalued by Bureau implies a gap in the value of non-current assets being carried out. Is this aspect regularized? Then go to page 160. During the course of the audit, we observed some sample payment vouchers totaling about 91,813,868 were not stamp paid by the finance department. Is this equally regularized? Then if you go to the next year, again page 210, during the audit, the land and building carried forward over the years totaling 178,519,000 was reclassified and written off. No management authorization to write off the land and building, and there are inadequate supporting documents to back off the land and building reclassified. What happened to it? How did you go about it? After the management observation, did you act? Again, page 201. During the 211, during the exercise, we discovered a capital expenditure of 29,465,682, was expanded rather than being capitalized. The contravention here is this sum should have been capitalized and amortized or depreciated, but you just write it off. What authority do you have to do that? If we go again to page 212, the revaluation of the raw non-current asset has been done as recommended in the last audit report. We observe identified a significant gap in the underlying basis of the revaluation asset, being the historic cost and compared to the cost of the BPP, as represented in 2019 audit, 1,131,106,744, represent the total cost of BPP of intangible assets.
That's page what, please?
That is page 212. The discrepancy in the historic cost of the asset revalued by the Bureau implies a gap in the value of the non-current asset being carried out by Bureau financial statement. What happened? Did you regularize this too? Again, quickly, go to page 285. It's again talking of no revaluation of BV in line with the TSA 17, property, plant, and machinery. You did not revalue it, which under this IPSAS, what happened? That was, is it done now? Finally, page 286, some of the current year opening balances in the ledger did not reflect the balances of the last audited account. What happened? Because if it did not reflect, then you are creating a new balances. Because the balance of the previous account should have been, the closing balance of the previous account should have been the opening balance of the present year. What happened if you did not, if there is disparity between the closing balance and the opening balance of the year? Thank you, Mr. Chair. These are some of it.
Okay.
I just want to, there are other two, but if you permit me, other three, if you permit me to go ahead.
Maybe you should, let him take this one first, Honorable. We can go.
Let me just finish.
Chair, let's finish these three.
Okay, go ahead, please.
My brother, with the permission of the chair, if you look at 315 and 16, fixed asset classification and breakdown observation. In that one, it was observed that further depreciation of land and building will create distortion in the value that is estimated for depreciation in 2016. The value of the land was 137. The recommendation is management is also advised that it double the cost of building can ask the proper valuation as a proper valuation from the expert in order to have good value on the building. Also the same can be done for the land and furniture. It is in the management report. Did you do that? Then another recommendation which is expected of you to do, that is the recommendation fixed asset register should be regularly updated. Okay, did you? Who is going to, is it, okay, you are listening, sir?
So he's taking note.
Okay, then I wish to recommend that fixed asset register should be regularly updated to that event, to that even items of low value captured by fixed asset should be properly documented. The reason why this asset register is put in place is to ensure no matter what asset you have, it is registered, so that when you are calculating your depreciation, or at any point in time when I come, I look at the asset, I know the number, I go straight to it. It is not being done by you. Again, the last one, Chair, we wish, the monthly and quarterly balances of both heads should be part of discussion and the account department meeting in order to appraise the head that are fast spending, the slow spending. Also, there may be need to issue advice to the management. What happened is you don't, the votes, the votes are not being properly maintained by you, and there is no proper record keeping to that effect. Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. Chair, I'm done with.
Thank you, Honorable BPP. Let's allow the BPP team to react to those ones so that we can take another batch. So DG, it's over to you, please.
Thank you very much for all the questions, and the one that said the financial statement, where is Segun Awosaya the preferred
how long have they been your auditor?
Their tenure has expired.
For how long were they your auditors?
5 years.
Okay, since what year did you engage them?
2017, and their tenure expired last year.
Expired last year for 2020, so they handled the 2022 accounts?
Yeah, they handled the 2022 accounts.
All right.
In respect of that, Segun Awosaya came in. I said Segun Awosaya came in through a competitive bidding process, and it was the preferred winner of that bid, and it was awarded the contract to do the auditing for the organization for the first 3 years, and according to the respect of the Auditor General's circular, that it should not exceed a maximum of 5 years, and will comply with respect of that. The Financial Reporting Council's number, the DG has already registered, the head of account also registered, and we have the numbers with us. We are fully registered with the Financial Reporting Council.
Before you proceed, you may need to also provide us with the record of the procurement procedure for the, you have established that you picked this auditing firm as a result of a competitive bidding. So the assumption is that more than one auditing firm bidded.
Yeah.
We need you to provide us with the records of that procurement process for the choice of the auditing firm, going by your affirmation.
I don't have it here, but at least...
Yeah, you just provide it later, yeah.
Then the overpayment we are talking about here is sometimes in salary payment, salary over...
Which overpayment?
You know, it didn't mention of it.
Oh, okay. Okay, go ahead.
Salary overpayment. And when it's discovered in account that overpayment has been made...
The refund?
They will do refund.
Okay.
That is just it. Then how does the difference between that of... okay, we already stated that we probably, because of that overpayment, I wouldn't know. I'm still trying to fathom out what caused the difference between our own records and that of...
that wasn't the question.
Okay.
The question was that you said you were not on Remita until last year.
Yeah.
Where did these figures generated by Remita submitted to the House, where did it come from? That's the issue. Because Remita is claiming that they earned 3,030,000 naira for you in 2017, but you said you didn't use them. So where?
So I can supply you with a printout that we have used.
No, you are still not getting it, sir.
I understand.
This
That's why.
your BPP
Probably the Remita and the Give Me has a link. I wouldn't know. That is not the thing that at least I will be able to establish.
So if we... Yes. Okay, DG or your finance man that's answering, can you open to, what page is that?
This is page 8.
Page 8 of that your bulky document.
No, there's not like a is